Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome, Amiibo! We have mail and no room. Yeah, I don't have room for 2 letters. So I guess I gotta go put some letters away. Today, I don't want to, but I also do want to ramble more about World of Warships. Namely, like, I don't want this series to just turn into me always doing, like, more or less response rants to things that Potato Quality says. But I need to do another one. I am very sorry. So... He's basically doing... Oh, hey, yeah, that can grow there. Cool. He's basically doing a series of videos on the various coal ships in World of Warships, which are basically ships that you can earn for free by playing the game basically 210 days, consistently getting all three of your daily containers as more coal containers. And he's going through the coal cruisers. And like, is this it doesn't look, it's probably a peacock, but I can't tell. It looks mildly different. Okay, now it looks like a peacock butterfly. It just looked different while flying. I'm dumb. But he basically has, over the past few days, he did Moskva, a video on Moskva, which is a former Tier 10 Russian tech tree cruiser that then got replaced with a light cruiser and a heavy cruiser in the Russian tech tree. Which, you know, that's fair. And in Moskva is kind of a mix of the two. It's not particularly... You know, it's not as good at being a light cruiser as the new light cruiser, and it's not as good at being a heavy cruiser as the new heavy cruiser, but it does both jobs. Hey, Steven, I'm pumped about shopping today. Good on you, Rory. And his basic response with Moskva was that he couldn't recommend it, because you can get a better experience from the Tech Tree Heavy Cruiser than you can from Moskva if playing it as a heavy cruiser. Save mail. Yet when he got to Salem, suddenly that doesn't apply anymore. It doesn't apply that you can get a better experience playing the Tech Tree Heavy Cruiser of Des Moines. Which, funny how that works. I don't need this Red's Gallery one, so I can just toss that. Just had to make sure I didn't have a message. My computer's been being really weird lately, so I really hope the issue I've been having with my computer does not happen at some point while I'm recording. Because basically, this is completely off topic from what I was talking about, but I was kind of done with my rant there, though, because Salem is just worse than Des Moines. That's the takeaway. Salem is worse than Des Moines. My computer's been doing this weird thing, and I've yet to figure out exactly what is causing it. There is some program on my computer that, while not using any resources, is causing massive stutters and lag spikes to happen. Occasionally. And restarting my computer fixes it, but the issue always comes back. So what I've done this time, to basically troubleshoot what's going on, is rather than fully restarting my computer, I noticed that the issue would go away when I went to restart it, which is what told me it was something running. And I basically stopped my computer from restarting mid-restart. So, like, it didn't actually, like, it still had, like, the thing up of, these programs are preventing the restart, and I just canceled it there. Hello, Rooney. Nice weather, huh, Steven? Nice days put me in a nice mood, you know? Punches. So what's up? Wanna chat? I've been feeling a little irritable lately, so I'm thinking about some room redecorating. Hey, it might make me feel better if you have any furniture, it's all the use. Okay, I mean, I can see about that, Rooney, but I don't think I have any sports equipment. Well, there's the gem rock. Just gonna quickly save. But yeah, like, I'm trying to figure out what program it is that's causing the issues. And, like, from having started the restart, basically the only things that were still running were, just had to stop talking there just in case everything broke the moment I hit the thing. But, like, the only things that were still running were Task Manager, and, like, that was about it. Everything else had already shut down. So, the only things running now are things that I've opened. So if it's anything that I manually opened myself, then I'll know. The main issue is going to be is if it's just one of the random programs that opens by itself when I turn my computer on. Even though I have literally told no program to do that, period. Love computers. Like, I apologize. This is a rant that's been a long time coming. I really hate how programs have just started doing that. Like, I'm old enough, and I've been using Steam long enough to remember when you had to manually open Steam every time you turned on your computer, because it just didn't have the option to automatically start with your computer. That was nice. Can we have those days back, please? Like, if you're too lazy to open Steam yourself, you're too lazy to play video games. Like, you don't need it to automatically launch with your computer. Hey, Lobo. Bork. Impressed to see you're surviving, Foxwood. So what's up? Want to chat? Say, Mutt and Fuchsia are together a lot, don't you think? Now, I'm not trying to say they look like super close friends or nothing. More like a frank friendship. Just trying to say the two seem to be doing well together. That's fair. I'm kind of impressed that Mott hasn't screwed that up. I wonder where Velma's gonna move in. I was kind of expecting to see her home plot already. Might be another day or so before she moves in, though. Hello, Bella. Hey, punk. Hello, hello. What's going on? What's the latest? Can I ask a favor? Buy a present for Mott, but I'm too busy to take it over. Alright, yeah, I think I can do it. I haven't talked to Mott for a few days, so... it works. It's not asking a lot, Bella. That's pretty reasonable, let's be real. I get these letters now. Bop, bop. From Carlos. Feel like my birthday party was particularly special because I got to spend time with you. I wonder why. Was it because you gave me a present? Maybe. Bright-eyed Carlos. I'm from Fuchsia. Everything about the past, I find myself thinking of the old days more and more lately. Seen some wild times and no mistake. Is it time to slow down? Nah, it's never time to slow down. Carlos gave us Cruise Monitor. I have no idea what that is. I also have way too much stuff in my inventory. I might have to go to retail. Well, here's the final fossil, so I can go to the museum and then go to retail. Works out. Let's see. One of these will be the money rock. Hey, there's Mott. Hey, man. How's it going? Hey, cleats. Training today, queen? No slack 'cause it's sunny. What you need? Delivery. But yeah, it really annoys me of just how many things just automatically open with your computer. Gotta tear right into this. Hey, a purple tie-dye tee. This is going on my bot right now. Oh, that looks awful on you, Mott. Kinda buff. Yeah, you're right. Could bring out a bit more of my buffness. No getting around it. If it's not right for me, I'll yeah. No problem, Mott. The peach. Do I have peach trees? I don't think I do. Well, thank you, Mott. I need to be careful with this, because I think this is my only peach. Ooh, that's a bug I don't have. Ah, but I don't have space. And I also want to catch that fish. It's probably a tadpole, but... Wait, no. I'll probably end up scaring it off while catching the bug. But... yeah. Bug! Diving beetle! It's like having a sonar or something. Okay. Which one did I put the peach in? This one. Okay. Let's put the peach tree over here by Brewster's, because it'll be safe over here. Let's put it right here. Bam. Okay, I need to get to the museum to get these identified. But, like, literally, like, when I launch my computer, there are some things that, as much as I hate it, I did technically give them permission to launch. But that's partially, like, there are things that are more necessary for my computer. And I say more necessary, not actually necessary. Like the Gigabyte Control Center. I have a Gigabyte motherboard. I like being able to adjust the fans on the fly without having to restart the computer and change fan profiles. Like, that's all I use it for. And I basically use it so that while I'm editing, I can change to what I've dubbed the editing profile, which basically, if my CPU is above 50 degrees, aggressively ramps all of the fans to maximum speed. Like, it makes my computer sound downright industrial while it does it, because, like, it's so loud. I do have a donation, Blathers. It's another bug, I know you love them. Eek, a bug. Reminds me when he was just a chick. But like on top of that, there's also the IQ programming for all my Corsair stuff, because like I have Corsair mouse, keyboard, headset, and like those things, because of course they don't work properly unless I have IQ running. So I kind of need IQ, which I hate how companies do that too. Like, why can I not have IQ open? And, like, it says you can do this, but it doesn't work. I cannot have IQ open, save my profile to the mouse, keyboard, and headset, and have it just work without needing IQ open. Like, if I don't have IQ open, I can't use my G keys. They don't do what they're supposed to do. And I use the G keys as basically a Steam Deck of sorts. Well, Stream Deck of sorts. So, like, yeah, I use it as a Steam Deck. I use them as a Stream Deck. So, like, they're rigged up to OBS here, so I can change my scenes on the fly. Or I can on the fly mute my microphone. You know, important stuff for me. As someone who does streaming occasionally. I need to do more streaming. I have not streamed much at all this year, and I feel kind of bad about that. But with everything going on, I don't feel like I can be overly blamed. Okay, it's just a yellow butterfly. Yeah, I have not seen anywhere marked out for, Velma yet. Hey, I found you. I've totally been looking for you, Spiced Bun. Got a big problem. Hungry for fruit. But I don't want people to see me shake a tree. Find me an apple? I'm on it. But, like, okay, I love my Corsair stuff. And if it worked the way it's supposed to, like the way they advertise it, and, you know, all that, I'd love it even more. Because, as you might guess, I don't like having unnecessary programs running on my computer all the time. So, like, still running around. Got your apple. Apple. Looks delish. It's like way yummy. She has to thank us. A folding chair. Okay, I'll go join the WWE. Bash people with folding chairs. But like, I also just absolutely hate when programs open themselves and like don't give you a say in it. Like, I do not remember at all when installing Discord ever giving it permission to launch with the computer. It just does that. And to me, that's something that a computer should need permission to do, not need to be told not to do. Well, like, an application on a computer. Because, like, that, you know, that feels so abusable. You know? Like, that tells me I could write a program that, you know, automatically runs, like, a Bitcoin miner on someone's computer and rig it up to automatically start with their computer, and they would never know because it never asked permission. It just opens and runs in the background. You know? Like, very abusable thing. I don't like that. I miss the days when you actually needed to give programs permission to do things. And, like, there's definitely still things that require permission. Like, anything that, like, deals with, like, actual, like, what Windows describes as actual security issues. Like, a program would need permission to access location data and stuff like that. And you can just manually turn off location data, and then your computer just doesn't know this stuff. It probably does still know, but it tells you it doesn't know, so it's close enough. But, like, yeah, it's just annoying. It's a good thing about, Skype, is that once Skype needs to update, it always has to, like, get admin permissions to update. So, while technically I'm getting harassed every time I restart my computer to update Skype, it, you know, it doesn't open. Technically, it is still open in the background. I've noticed that in Task Manager a few times, which is kind of sus, and I don't like it, but I'm very particular when it comes to computers, and, like, as you might be able to guess, like, as much as I'm not someone who actually, like, properly wants older versions of Windows back, I wouldn't mind the mentality of older versions of Windows back. You know, like, I wouldn't want to actually be using a Windows 95 or XP computer. But how unpushy they were was kind of nice. Like, they didn't push things on you. You never had to update them if you didn't want to. You know, Microsoft has been getting better and better about forcing you to do updates, and it's really annoying. Now, it's less annoying for me now, but I still have this general hatred of just updating my computer, which I know I shouldn't do. Like, I know those updates are generally security updates, and they're a good thing to install, but man, I just don't want my computer off unless I have to turn it off for something. Like, it's partially why I'm trying to figure out what program it is that's causing the massive, like, lag spikes on my computer. Because, like, It's been happening the most lately, and I think it might actually be tied to a game I've been playing at, which really sucks because it's a fun game, but that means it might also get fixed, so, you know. It's been happening the most when I've been playing Balloons Tower Defense, like Balloons Tower Defense 6. So, like, it might be tied to that, or it could just be coincidental. I really don't know, which also annoys me. Because, like, that's a rant I've gone on before, but, like, I hate how computers just don't tell you what's wrong. Or when they do tell you what's wrong, it's so heavily coded that unless you're literally a developer of whatever is going wrong, you have absolutely no idea what's actually going wrong. Not without stopping and Googling things, and it's like, oh, well, this error code means this. Like, okay, then why doesn't it just say that? Like, why you gotta be, like, not user-friendly? Back when I was basically practicing programming and such, like, if I had something that, like, basically, if I was setting up error codes, and I did that a few times, basically because it helped me troubleshoot my own programming, I basically set them up to basically be like, okay, if this, you know, rather than be an error code, it was, this is what's wrong. Because that's, you know, helpful. Now, that wouldn't help with, like, the actual, like, programming side of things, because it would just fail to compile or fail to launch, and it's like, what? Why? And then you have to dig through all of your programming to figure out where you accidentally put a colon or a semicolon where you didn't mean to put one, and it's like, yeah. Programming is fun, but also not fun. I already watered these. Whoops. Good thing you can't overwater flowers. Like, that would suck. Gosh, I am not looking forward to, like, the end of this month. Because, like, that's when I'm gonna have to start mowing the lawn again. I wouldn't mind mowing the lawn if it wasn't so hot while I did it. Basically meaning I wouldn't mind mowing the lawn if noise bylaws weren't a thing. Because, like, I'm sorry, but, like, the ideal time for mowing the lawn in the summer is once it cools off at night. But you can't because noise bylaws, you'll wake people up. Like, well, too bad. Ideally, I just wouldn't mow the lawn, because not mowing the lawn is healthier for the nature around than mowing it. So, you know. Like, a lot of the, like, at this time of year, like, dandelions are out and about. Dandelions are one of the best sources of pollen for, like, bees and such. Like, they're a great thing to have, yet people are like, no, you gotta kill them, you gotta get rid of them, because they look, they ruin the solid grass look of your lawn. It's like, why do you even want that? It looks bad. Why do you even want it? I'd rather have a completely biodiverse yard. You know, full of actual plants. See what'll end up growing. Be kind of neat. Do need to see if I have some gold. Oh, Lobo wishes for something. What is it, boy? I'm a little behind the gift-giving department, but I'm gonna fix that right now. Sorry to just give you whatever I have on hand, but here you go, a cassette player. Thanks, man. Cassette players are pretty nice. Right, I need to go talk to Bella. I use that thing as for a doorstop, so I don't need it. Ah, it was itchy. So I keep stopping as my nose is getting itchy. So I have to stop scratch it. Now, where is Bella? Oh, there she is. Hey, girl. Ooh, Steven's still running around, I see. So what's going on? I handed it over. So you're making the delivery to Mott. Tell me how'd it go. Here's the story. Oh, our neighbor tried it on but didn't like it. Really thought it would look good. It didn't. If your goal was to make him look dumb, it worked. There you go. Let's see if I have 3 gold. Yep. Daily calisthenics is on. If I do have the gold, it'll be in here somewhere. But I think I am officially out of gold. I have a lot of silver, but yeah, I'm out of gold. Okay. I'm pretty sure we can take 3 silver and get things as well. Which is why I've been hanging on to silver. So let's try that. Silver might require a base. I don't remember. We'll find out. And like, I want to note, because I know there's going to be somebody with this response. I know a lot of my complaints with Windows would be solved if I used Linux. But I have far more issues with Linux than I do Windows. So I've had many a long rant about how bad Linux is for what I want out of an operating system. Namely, for just plug-and playability. Linux is terrible for that. What did I do for you? I have a project. Got something good? Ah, okay, no. Well, let's see. What can you do with the folding chair? Nah. Okay. Someone's coming in. Who is it? Jeremiah! Hey, buddy. These prices might be good, or they might be way too high. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Shopping here can be kind of nerve-wracking, Squeak. I could swear there were projects with silver. Maybe there isn't. I should look that up. Because I can. I'm just gonna keep rambling while I sit here. Because we'll stand here, because that's just how I am. Like, Linux has been getting better. Like, don't get me wrong. But, no. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. Okay, silver nuggets are used for customizing furniture. But okay, it's not used for anything else. I could sell all my silver ore then. Because I'm probably not going to be doing much silver customization. I can make a silver super toilet. Which, you know, that does sound pretty appealing. Or I could make a gold super toilet. Which is also pretty appealing. I'm gonna come put this silver away while I decide. Because, like, the silver is worth a fair bit. Like, silver nuggets are 3,000 each, so... that would be a fair chunk of bells. I don't really need bells at the moment, though. I mean, I do have a home loan to think about, but... okay, but But yeah, like, a lot of my problems with Linux just simply come down to how fixated they are on staying open source, which I get is the appeal of Linux, but it also makes Linux unappealing to people like me who rely on closed source programs. Like, to edit my videos, I rely on Sony Vegas. And I have never seen, and I've tried a lot of editing programs, I have never seen an editing program that works as well as Sony Vegas does for me. That's the caveat here. It works well for me. Like, I get on very well with Sony Vegas. I would not be able to easily swap editing programs because, well, I'm very used to Sony Vegas. Like, it does everything the way I want it to, in a way that makes sense. Like, how did that scare off the... Okay. But Sony Vegas does not work on Linux. Not without using a literal Windows emulator, because it does not work. It just does not have a Linux version. It just doesn't work on Linux. Because Sony doesn't want to give up their source code to their editing software for anyone and their grandmother to just go out and copy. I can't blame them. Like, that's kind of the thing with open source programs, is you really have no incentive to ever purchase that program. Like, it's open source. Just make your own version of it. And, like, in a space as competitive as editing software is, because, like, a lot of these programs, like Sony Vegas, there's a reason it's so expensive. It's because it's being sold to people who aren't hobbyists. Like, there's editing software for hobbyists, and it's what I should probably be using. It's a lot lower power, it's not as good, and it's in general free. I'm going to keep the cassette player. Meanwhile, you know, programs like Sony Vegas are quite powerful. There is almost certainly big box office movies that have been edited using Sony Vegas. You know, that sort of thing. That's why it's so expensive. That's why they want to go with a subscription-based model, is so that they can keep milking these companies for as much money as possible. It's also why I will probably never be upgrading past Sony Vegas 19, because past that, it becomes a subscription service. And I'm not down for that. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now. It's been a decently long episode. Time to take a nap in our hammock, and with that, I say thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then!